Howdy howdy, my name is John, and this video is a spoiler-free review of A Tryst of Fate by Piers Anthony. This is the 45th book in the Xanth series. Now, if you're new to my channel, Piers Anthony is my favorite author. He takes up these two shelves, and actually this book right here, I'm going to have to make room to fit it on this shelf. I'm going to have to rearrange my books just to get it to fit. But that's a good thing. The previous book in this series, Skeleton Key, I gave 5 stars to. So the question is, does this book live up to that? The good news is that, in my opinion, this book does live up. I wound up giving this book 5 stars. I really enjoyed reading this book. Now, this book is not perfect. This story does kind of drag a little bit in the middle because Anthony hands out love interests like Oprah Winfrey used to hand out cars. And the middle chapters are basically about each of the characters getting their own love interests. Now, one criticism that Anthony has gotten, specifically in the Xanth series, is that he is a bit sexist. And this book isn't going to change anybody's opinion on that front, because quite frankly, there is just some good old-fashioned sexism in this book. However, while the good old-fashioned sexism is kind of out front, Anthony actually does some very clever things that you have to pay attention to. Just for example, all of the kingdoms in this book that are male-led are evil. All of the kingdoms that are female-led in this book are good. It is a very subtle reminder of how Anthony actually writes. He will put the bad kind of up front and in your face, and then behind the scenes, he'll kind of show you how he thinks the world should be. The other minor complaint that I have about this book, and I've noticed it in the few that have preceded it, is his magic system has really gotten soft over the novels. In the early novels, it's pretty much a talent per person, and that person can only do that talent. Now, magic is a lot more accessible to everyone. A great example in this is illusion. In the early books, only one person can do illusion, whereas in these later books, illusion shows up all over the place. Now, with that said, this novel is just a joy to read. I enjoyed reading it really from front to back. I really liked the ending of this book. I thought it was very clever, the way Anthony resolved the crisis. Of course, if you know anything about Xanth, you know that Xanth is made up of puns. That's why I'm wearing this shirt that reads, "A good pun is its own reword." This novel, as the last few that have preceded it, have really done the puns at a good pace. There are some books in the middle of this series where Anthony just dumps the puns on you, and you get like a page or two of just endless puns, and it really kind of lessened my enjoyment of the series there in those middle books. But these later books that he has written, he's really dialed it back, so they're still there and they're enjoyable. And he gives them to you just enough that it doesn't spoil the fun. I'm actually a little bit tempted to recommend people go ahead and pick this book up and read it, even if they've not read any of the preceding novels. Now, this novel will spoil Skeleton Key, the ending of it, just a little bit. So go in knowing that. There are also a few things that a new reader isn't really going to pick up on quite as much as a seasoned reader will. But I think these things are fairly minor. This book will definitely give you a taste of what Anthony's Xanth series is all about. Now, Anthony was 84 when he wrote this novel, and really, his age does show a little bit, but his mind is sharp. And I think to anyone who is a Xanth veteran, this novel will be a welcome addition to the series. Now there's at least 2 more novels in this series that should come out. Six Crystal Princesses is scheduled for release in May of 2022, and he has also written another novel called Apocalypse, which will come out probably about 9 months after Six Crystal Princesses is released. I really don't know what else I can say to convince you to give Xanth a try. This is a series that has given me a lot of enjoyment since I was 14 years old. There was a number of years that I didn't read any of the Xanth novels, but when I picked it up in 2016 and read through the series, it really made me appreciate the series when I read it when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. As always, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.